to do an introduction or? I'm Max. This is Max. Hey guys, you're making some Brazilian projects. But for, alright, questions. That's what we're here for. You can ask me questions, and I'll answer them if you don't mind. And if you ask me a question I don't want to answer, then you get a prize. So who's got one? Challenge accepted. Anybody? No one. Okay, show's over. Roll credits. That is it. Anybody? You.
Who are the top 3 actors you'd have sex with?
What? You welcome. Men. Alright, I like a challenge.
I have my list, so.
Good to know. Maybe you'll have some simple. Tom Cruise, because he's rich as fuck. Tom Cruise a second time. And Tom Cruise a third time.
Robert Downey Jr.?
No. He's horrible. He has Downey syndrome. Would you charge Tom Cruise to have sex with you? You want to? Yeah. Either that.
Will you gay marry me for the health insurance?
What?
Will you gay marry me for the health insurance?
I already have health insurance.
I need it though.
You need
Can I
it?
gay marry you for it?
Well, you need the health insurance.
Yeah, so can I gay marry you so I have health insurance?
There are easier ways to get health insurance. You get a job. Do you know how much the average gay marriage costs?
Fuck it.
That might be a condition, actually.
You guys can ask real questions too. That's on the table.
Yeah, any questions about work?
Well, I guess one of mine is
You playing video games?
No, this thing also doubles as a camera, too.
Oh.
Actually, no filming if you could.
You didn't even bother to pay attention to playing video games during the day?
Shut the fuck down.
Anyways, basically, who are your top 3 influences for animation?
Okay, you get a prize. I'm going to answer that. You get the greatest anime of all time, Cyborg 009.
What? Oh my god.
Prize prizes.
Now,
It's not the greatest anime of all.
I know, it's being facetious. Don't ask me what program I used to animate with in an attempt to get a prize, because that's too obvious, so that will not yield a prize. I know somebody's going to try that. Yeah.
What questions can all the people after me ask to get prizes?
What? My brain just shut off during that because it's so nice.
That counts as an answer, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that counts as an answer? Okay.
You.
What are your long-term goals for animation?
To just keep making cartoons and find a way to never stop doing it. Is that a good enough answer?
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I'm sort of already doing the long-term goal because I can, you know, it's something that I can get up and do every day and never have to do anything else, and that's what I've always wanted ever since I was little. So it's not a very exciting answer, but that's just kind of the goal of every artist is to just be able to do it. You?
How long did you sit there F5ing the YouTube page for apple.mov realizing just how many suckers were watching your video?
Okay, that was dumb, what you just said. I don't know what you said because my brain turned off. Say it again, slower.
How long did you sit there just hitting F5 on the YouTube page for apple.mov after you posted it, watching that little number rise up and up and up and up and up higher than anything you had ever made?
17 hours. Next question.
Was the Jackalack, like a Tumblr intentional? Like after you made the apple.mov, or was it just afterthought?
Well, what do you mean intentional?
Like, did you pre-plan this before everything, before like what happened in Swag and all that kind of stuff?
Basically what I did was I made the first one, and then everything after that was pre-planned. So the Tumblr and all the subsequent episodes were written at the same time after the first one came out. Do you believe me? Or do you think I'm making that up?
I think you're making that up.
Why would I lie about that? Well, I'm telling the truth. Okay, who's got a good question for me? Come on, give me a good one. Give me a good one. You. Just ask me anything. This is so dumb.
Do you often watch a lot of your old material that you do? And if you do, like what goes through your head when you watch all your old material?
Either this cartoon is horrible, or, oh wow, this stood up better than I thought it would.
All right, I have one.
Yeah.
Settle it. This has been driving me insane.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer .mov, .mov, or .move?
I say .move
Okay.
because it's short for movie, because a .move is a movie
Yeah.
file. That's just my way of thinking. I'm not saying that anybody has to pronounce it a certain way.
Okay. Because I've heard it 3 different ways and it's driving me insane.
Anyone have a question for me? You, Pinky.
Do you plan on continuing the series?
No, it's
Having like
done.
a season 2?
It's done. The end.
You gotta have a season 2.
No, it's over. The story's done.
Question mark. It was the end.
Yeah, it was not the end. Would you guys want me to make a season 2?
Yes.
Too bad. No, I'm sorry. I have to move on to other things. I have other projects that I already have in mind. And I promise that I will never stop making cartoons, even if it's something entirely different. But,
What made you decide to make an animation about My Little Pony?
get up here. You get a prize. You get the funniest comedy movie of all time, Anchorman. There you go. That's for you, friend. You, this guy.
Yes. What was Spike trying to do with that tech deck anyway?
He's trying to do sick ollies.
Okay.
Did anybody here stick around for the screening today?
Yeah.
Was that any good?
There was kind of like the image quality suffered.
It was really
Yeah, there was
glitchy.
some glitches.
It wasn't labeled as 18 plus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it should have been.
That was bad. I didn't know if you guys would be annoyed by the fact that it was just cartoons that you'd seen already, but I didn't have it. They had me listed for 3 panels, and I could really only do the 1, so I don't know. I just kind of.
It's all good, though.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. You.
Being friends with an animator, I know every once in a while there's just like a little moment that you get really. What is the most like? What piece of animation, not single full animation, but what single thing you've animated are you most proud of?
The scene in Swag where Pinky's face melts off. I love that. It was very fun to make, and I'm very proud of how.
How long did that take you?
Like 2 days.
Just the thing?
Yeah, I mean, I sit down at my computer for hours on end. That's how I kind of do my workflow, is just me in front of that screen for hours and hours and hours. So I have the process down to a point where I can just go through it and speed run the whole thing. So thank you for your question. Who's got one? You.
Who's your favorite pony?
Shetland is the best pony because it's a very intelligent breed and they can lift a lot. So I made that joke at every convention I've been to. And I will continue to make it until people stop asking me that question. Who's got one?
Prize, right?
Yeah. Who's got one? You.
What's the thing you like least about your work?
Nothing. No, I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't answer that. I guess, no, I think I'm not very funny. I really believe that. Don't laugh. Don't laugh! I'm sorry. I'm a big critic on how funny I am, and sometimes I watch some of my old cartoons and I cringe at how bad the jokes are. So I guess that's sort of an answer that you were looking for.
It's an artist thing.
I don't know. Who's got one? Who's got one? Nobody. Show's over.
I got one.
You, Pinky again.
What inspired Shed.move?
What inspired Shed.move?
Yeah, like the whole shed aspect.
The whole shed aspect.
Yeah, like,
Like?
well, like, were you inspired like by a specific horror film or anything?
I don't know about like a specific horror film. If I could do that episode again, I would have Fluttershy wearing the derby toaster cozy on her head like Leatherface. And I'm disappointed that I didn't think of that at the time. It would have been perfect. But I just thought that it would work well with Fluttershy because the whole premise behind Fluttershy is she's a very shy, reserved character. So I think it would fit well with her that, she's nuts. Yeah, you gotta watch the quiet ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Fat Albert. Good inspiration. What's your question? You said you had one.
Yeah, will we ever see a Paco spin-off?
No. Who's got one for me?
What
You.
was your initial reaction to the Brony community when you first heard about it?
They're all horrible. No, I mean, I'm not a stranger to being a fan of things that are weird. And that's what a brony is, somebody who's into something that's weird. And even though I don't necessarily call myself a brony, I'm brony-esque in the sense that I am weird about other weird things. So I have nothing but sympathy for bronies, and I think, they shouldn't be bullied and they shouldn't be picked on. Nobody should be penalizing them for liking My Little Pony. It's an innocent enough thing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Max.
Yeah. Who's got one for me? Ooh, you. Discord.
I came slightly late, so I don't know if they asked this already, but your stuff reminds me so much of like Ren and Stimpy.
Never heard of it.
I call Twilight crap on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say, were you inspired at all by Ren and Stimpy?
No, never heard of it. JK, yes.
That joke every time, pretty much.
Yeah. Who's got one for me? Who's got one? You.
I'm a big fan of the swag.mov. That's my favorite one of them.
Oh, glad you liked it.
Thank you.
This is actually, not to interrupt you, but this is the first convention I've done since that came out. So I don't really know what anybody thinks of it.
Well, it's my favorite of them. Can you tell me a little bit about what went into making it what it was, I guess?
It was the hardest one to make. It took like 7 months. I wanted to do a bunch of crazy 3D shit, and I had to teach myself how to do that because I didn't know how to use Blender, which is the program that I used. So I had to first go through the process of learning how to use Blender. I had to do just a lot of character animation, had to be done, a lot of Foley stuff, a lot of music mixing. It was, I don't know if it comes across or not, but that was just like the most labored episode. Because each episode is kind of bigger than the last one, so the last one, in order, has to be the largest, and just kind of, it has to be a good finale. I'm sorry it took so long. That's all I can say.
It was worth the wait.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. Oh, that's my girlfriend. You?
How was working with Ego Raptor?
Horrible. No, he's nice. He's a really nice guy. He is a really nice guy. No, he's a nice guy.
Is he gonna let you be on Game Grumps yet?
No, never.
Oh, what a dick.
He told me that he doesn't want to have guests on Game Grumps and that they would never do that.
Didn't they have
What about Grant Kirkhope?
Are you saying he lied to me? Oh my god. Yeah, so basically he lied to me, and he told me that they weren't going to have guests when they were.
It's that you would say.
Yeah.
What was Grant Kirkhope?
So obviously he had a problem with me personally. Next question, you.
Did you do the Foley recording yourself, or did you employ other musicians in the community to help you out?
I do a little Foley myself. If it's a sound effect that I can't find in a library that I have, then I'll just get the mic and I'll record something. In terms of music, none of the music that I make is my own, but I have friends who are into music who I ask to help me once in a while. Or I put a shout out to the community, hey, if you have music, let me leaf through it, and then I'll go through their music, I'll look for something I like, and then I'll say, hey, I like this, can I use it? But I have a friend named Dana Richardson, and she does like probably a good 80% of the music that's in my cartoons.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Your fourth one.
Did she make that song, like the one that's constantly going on in pony.mov?
No. I got that on some kind of royalty-free music website. I don't even know what it is called. Sorry, you.
What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
The Simpsons. Who's next? Why is that funny? You.
Obvious.
Yeah.
What was the reasoning behind ripping off Rainbow Dash's wings?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. It just seems like it seems like a very common trope in fan fiction. I'm just kind of wondering.
I guess it's just because I think maybe the reason the trope exists in the first place is that she's a character that's obviously very attached to her wings, so it will be fun to see her lose them.
Okay.
Sadistic.
I don't know. You got one?
Why was Twilight randomly German?
Wait, what?
Because she's evil.
She just wasn't German up until Swag, and then
No, she was German in the other ones.
where?
Well, in Magic, Spike calls her a kraut.
Okay, I missed that.
In Pinky on the description.
Yeah, her name was what was her name? Something German. Twilight Von Steen or something stupid like that. You.
What was the inspiration behind the demon that found someone when she was trying to revive Rainbow Dash?
Wolf Mother.
Wolf Lore is the demon, and I don't know. Come up here. I'll just give you a prize. You get Zelda, the Wind Waker. That's for you.
Oh!
Why? You all already played it.
No, I have it.
It's a 12-year-old game.
I have it. I just got a GameCube. I just got a GameCube.
Okay. You.
How exactly did Rainbow Dash become so large? Was it just a spell Twilight did? Or?
No, she was, well, first of all, she was the space baby the whole time. You just didn't know. And then she destroyed the universe and recreated it in her image. And in this new universe that she created, she could do anything. I just made that up.
So Rainbow Dash is God now, basically.
Well, you know, it's funny, when I was making the episode, it did occur to me at a point that none of it made any sense, and I hoped that nobody would care. And I hope that you did not. But if you did, sorry. None of the other episodes made sense anyway. So.
Were you channeling some of the Evangelion writers?
Yes. Rainbow Dash actually has the soul of her dead mother in her. And she just would not get in the robot.
That's why you were seeing her mother on the TV show.
That's right. Who's got one? You.
Why the voice of Fat Albert from Fluttershy?
I get different voices stuck in my head. And at the time, I had Fat Albert's voice stuck in my head. Like I was listening to a lot of Bill Cosby stand-up, and when I get a voice stuck in my head, I'll just like walk around talking like that for no reason. And I just knew that the characters' voices, there was no way I was going to get them to sound like they do in the show. So I thought it might be funny to get them to sound as opposite as they possibly could. So I made them all gross boy version. Whatever. I choose to not answer the rest of this question. I have cotton mouth. Who's next? You.
Do you have any future ideas for your future animation, or you're just free falling it?
I'm going to make a cartoon called Anime Weed Academy, and it's about anime characters who smoke weed.
Oh boy.
No, I have a lot of different ideas. Right now I'm taking a break because I'm in the process of teaching myself Maya. And when I come back from that, I will hopefully be bigger and better and be able to do cool new stuff. So, I don't know if it'll be worth it or not. Who's got a question? You, Discord again.
Why Discord for the bad guy?
Because he's the bad guy on the show.
Well, there are other bad guys.
Like who?
Like Nightmare Moon.
She's not a bad guy anymore. She got reformed. She's not a bad guy.
I've got one. What? Will we see any more of Hank Hill in your future animations?
He's never been in any of them.
Well, I mean, now that you've got his model,
Oh.
will you be using him for anything like ridiculous?
Yeah, I'm going to use that for something.
I look forward to it.
Okay. You.
What gave you or inspired you to create the Holy Titans?
The Holy Titans specifically. The entire Japalak plot came from when I was writing the episodes. There's a part where Spike mentions that Applejack is in a coma. But at this point in the blog, she wasn't in a coma, she was awake. And I had to figure out a way to put her back into a coma so that I could keep that line in the cartoon. So that's why I came up with that plot. Good, right?
Yeah.
No, because that line was so good, I didn't want to lose it. Yeah, so I kind of came up with this like really stupid schmaltzy sci-fi fantasy thing where, it kind of explains what happens in Apple.mov, why apples make Applejack go crazy. Does that answer your question a little bit?
Yeah, actually, even better than you might think.
Yeah, okay. Who's got one? Who's got one? You.
Favorite video game?
Favorite video game?
Yeah.
Wind Waker, I just said. Who's got one? Who's got one for me? Nobody. Get out, everybody. You.
What's the number one complaint you get from viewers?
That my stuff isn't as good as my old stuff.
I think that's gonna be something with any fan base, really.
You didn't raise your hand.
So I guess
Yeah. No, but you're right. I think what I kind of do is, whenever I'm doing a new project, I try to make it really different from the projects that came before it. So every time I'm releasing something new, I kind of shed a collection of old fans so that I can gain a new collection. I think there are very few people who actually like everything that I've done. I don't know, whatever, who cares? Goodbye. Who's got one? Pinky, now wearing a mask.
How did Taco's hand get fixed?
Magic. Why did you put that on?
Well, because.
Can you see through that?
Yeah.
Oh.
like shirt shades.
Well, he got a cast. He went to a doctor.
But he couldn't even like get a real job.
Well, how do you even know that they were fixed? Maybe they stay broken.
No, because like
Picked up a penny.
in swag.mov, he's got normal hands again.
That was like over a year later.
Yeah,
Oh, let's grow back.
Yeah. I broke my leg 2 months ago.
but he got them like snapped off.
Okay, he got them fixed. You can get your head cut off and they'll fix it at the doctor's. They're magic.
The talking puppies don't bother you. But
Yeah.
The medical science.
Talking purple horses with horns growing out of their faces.
That do matter.
Yeah. Okay, who's got one for Max?
In Magic.move, whenever she's giving the whole, like, you know, if society were to find out what we're doing, that whole speech, was that from something? Did I miss that part?
I mean, it's reminiscent. The whole thing is reminiscent of Frankenstein.
Okay, I figured, but I just didn't know if it was anything specific.
Well, I mean, I've never read Frankenstein, but I know the tropes, so Frankenstein. There you go. Who's got one for Max? Make it a good one. I'm getting bored. You.
Why do you wear the spike hat like in every convention?
That's incorrect. I usually wear my toaster cozy, but I got a toaster, so I can't wear it anymore. Because I need it for something. Now I wear the spike hat, so people will recognize me. They'll say, that's Max. Who's got one? Who's got one? Nobody. You.
So if Twilight's German,
Mhm.
did you on purpose then make it Frankenstein? Because Frankenstein was...
I don't know. Why are you such a nerd? Yeah, I guess, yeah. Her name is Twilight Mengele. That was her name. I remember now. And that's why she's German. Who's got a good one? You. Why are you dressed like a girl? Oh, how sweet.
Whatever. Anyways, I was supposed to be Sailor Twilight. Anyway.
Sailor Twilight?
Yeah.
That's the nerdiest thing I've ever heard.
There was a whole ensemble. He did have a horn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, enough of that. Well, just speaking of Sailor, what would your all-time favorite anime be from the Toonami era when it was first on?
Anime is for dorks. I don't watch it. JK. Dragon Ball. Is that a good answer? I don't know.
It's actually one of the better answers.
Okay. Who's got a good one for me? No one. Show's over. You.
What's your most memorable moment from any convention you've ever gone to?
That is a good one. I got to hang out with Eagle Raptor at Equestria LA, which I'm now banned from, because he swore at my panel, and I got banned for it, which I don't think is fair, because he said the F word, not me. I did not say the F or the B or the C. I said nothing, except I might have said the SH. But no, that was fun. I invited Eagle Raptor to do my panel with me, and I asked him if I could be on Game Grumps, and he said no. And then I got him a badge for the convention, and he didn't thank me. And then I invited him on my panel, and he didn't thank me for that.
So he's a nice guy.
And then I invited him to come to Disneyland with me, and he said, no, I have to stay home and play video games. All of that is true.
That sounds...
So yeah, nice guy.
That sounds like a big BS excuse. I'm not going to Disney World for you. Okay.
Yeah, I just said that. You're just repeating what I just said. Come on.
In his defense, that you are holding a game controller right now.
What is that, a moga? You nerd?
No, PlayStation Pita.
Never heard of it. PlayStation pita bread. Sounds delicious.
PlayStation Pita.
Okay, who's got one for me? You!
This is a request. Since this is an 18+ panel, are you allowed to construct a sentence with at least 6 swear words in it? Question mark.
You are. Okay, come up here and get a prize because you're making me nuts here. Okay, you get Space Ghost Season 1, Coast to Coast.
Whoa.
Very funny show. I only have one prize left. Who's gonna get it? Nobody. No, not you. You.
Can I have a prize?
No. Did you really think that was gonna work?
That was an answer. That was an easy answer.
That's an easy answer. Now everybody in this room is eligible for getting a prize except for you.
There's only one prize left.
What? What did you just say?
There's only one prize left.
Yeah, because it's not for you. It's for everyone except you. Who's got a question?
I suppose I've got one. We had Andrea Lippman here a little while ago. Have you? And she was not familiar with swag.mov.
Mm-hmm.
Have you encountered any voice actors who are familiar with the work or anything?
I know Ashley Ball says that she's watched them and she likes them. I know that some of the cast of the show, like some of the animators and some of the directors, are fans, but I don't know about the actors specifically besides Ashley Ball. But I guess, the actors, they're cool guys.
Do you anticipate there any sort of what their reactions could be from watching your work?
They would think these cartoons are so much better than the cartoons I'm in. I want to be in these ones. Yeah. You. This is your last one because I think you're drunk.
I'm not drunk, dude. I'm completely
I
sober.
can
Anyways,
Yeah.
what would be your top 3 actresses you wish to marry?
Actresses I wish to marry.
Yeah, be good.
For Julia Childs. The chef. Because she's an ancient demon. Jessica Alba. Because I think she's cute. And Julia Childs again.
For the money.
Yeah, for the money that time. Different reasons. Okay, who's got one for me? Are we almost done? Check the time. I don't want to go over.
This is going to be so disappointing. You actually have another 27 minutes.
You guys have to
Come on,
make it
dig
worth it
deep,
for me.
dig deep.
I saw June make a cameo during the screening today, so even though you're moving on from the .mov series, like, is there a possibility of one of them just making some random cameo in one of your future works?
I feel like with that tone you need to break down into just hysterical tears.
What?
It sounds like with that tone you just need to break in, like after you say that, it's hysterical crying.
No, I'm not. You know what? You might see Paco come back someday. Yes. Don't count on it. I don't know. June came back, so that's something. Nobody thought that they'd ever see her again, and nobody wanted to, because she's an idiot. Okay, goodbye. Who's got a good one for me? You.
How many voice actors or actresses did you ask to be a part of your series? And how many were rejected?
Oh, there was me, Aaron, Kira, Esther No, Duke Loves You, Scarlet Hunter. Was that it?
Some ego guy might have been in those.
Yeah, that's Aaron.
Oh, I did not know that.
At least 6.
No one knows real names on the internet.
Yeah.
You don't count.
Okay, who's got a good one for me? I'm sorry, I don't know off the top of my head. You.
What would you say is the one joke you were the most proud of doing?
I'm the most proud of?
Yeah.
In Magic, when Twilight poops.
Yeah.
I thought I just loved the sound effect that I just did. It's a good poop joke. Did you like that one?
Who didn't?
What is your favorite joke of mine?
Simply when Rainbow Dash revs up the sword and simply just says, swag.
That's not a joke. That was supposed to be cool. I'm talking about a gag.
I particularly enjoyed the throbbing wing boner.
Yeah, that was a good one. Guys, well, everybody shout out your favorite joke. What was it?
When Spike acts all weird.
You're the only one who said anything. And that
part
wasn't a good answer.
I don't know how to describe it. It's the scenes where he acts
Applejack's seizure.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, everybody shut up. I hate you all.
And
Twilight banging on the door of Rarity's little sweatshop, if you will.
That didn't happen, you imagined it. Who's got a good one? You, Discord.
Why in God's name was Spike riding Rainbow Dash and Rainbow Dash riding Pinky and making nonsensical sounds?
You get a prize, come up here. I have no answer for that whatsoever.
You've never made a friend tower?
No answer
Friend
for
of
that.
a friend of a friend?
You get, hang on a minute.
Oh, shit.
To make sure it was in there. You get Mario Kart 7, that's yours. It's in 3D.
Whoa, that's one more dimension than 2D.
Nerds. Okay, who's got a good one? You.
On the mention of 3D, would you ever imagine making a cartoon in 3D?
Yes, that's what I'm going to do exclusively from now on.
Oh, good.
And once you've done a lot of those, we do 4D. We do that.
Well, do you mean like stereoscopic 3D or just like CGI?
I probably mean stereoscopic.
You know what? I've been thinking about that because I think it might be. I want to look into the technology of doing that because I think it might be when you're animating in Maya. I think it might be just as easy as like rendering out another set of footage, but with the camera a little to the left, and then taking the two sets of footages and like showing them like mixed. I don't know. I have to look into it, but I've been thinking about it. So maybe, but don't count on it. Okay. Who's got a good one? Who's got a good? Nobody. Okay. Can I leave?
Who has a bad one?
Who's a bad one? You.
What am the sky?
What am the sky?
That was a bad one.
Sky and blue.
I'm satisfied.
Oh, that was a good one. That wasn't a bad one. You.
Why do you like Katawa's shoujo?
Because it's great.
But it's just so weird and messed up.
No, it's not. It's a very touching story. It makes very poignant comments about the nature of disability in our culture. You don't like it? Well, I think you're a Philistine. You.
Why?
Why what?
Just why?
Why?
That is existential.
Why?
Why don't you get beat up by me? I'll beat you up, punk. You.
Me or him? Or
You.
Me. Okay.
Yes.
Who's your favorite?
Like your seventh?
Yeah. Who's your favorite girl in Katawa Shoujo?
My favorite girl?
Yeah.
Either Emmy or Rin. Nobody knows what we're talking about.
I
It's
do.
very awkward.
Yeah, that's fun.
You.
Who's Spike's dealer, or does he grow himself?
He grows himself.
Okay.
He is a dealer, and he sells to all the ponies because he's got the thickest dick. You.
I have a bad question.
Okay.
Who was Phone?
Who was Pone?
Who was Phone?
Who was Phone?
Yes.
Who was phone?
Pony was Phone. Okay, you.
Is it true that one of the reasons for the delay of swag.mov was that Aaron hadn't recorded his lines yet?
That might have been like a week's worth of delay, but there were other things that caused more weeks worth of delay, such as my hard drive getting wiped.
Oh!
So I say back up your files because the only ones that I was able to save were the ones that I luckily had backed up.
Yeah, always back your shit up in the cloud.
In the cloud, that's right.
What's the weirdest thing someone has commissioned you to draw at a con?
Somebody asked me to draw Pinkie Pie urinating, so I drew her with a massive penis. And when I gave it to them, they snatched it really fast and ran away. So I will always tell that story, and that person will be humiliated every time they watch one of my convention panels. You.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Buy one. I wouldn't even do that if I was in the store. I'd probably get something else. Okay, let's.
Do we have any good questions?
Yeah, let's move back to good ones. You're not getting any more. You're drunk. You. How did Pinky fuck a snail?
That actually is a good question.
Do snails have dicks?
Yes.
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay. Then with the snail dick. Or maybe the snail is the dick, maybe his whole body.
It would fit.
Yeah. There's that visual for you. Okay, who's got one? Who's got one? You, blue shirt.
How many ideas of animation run through your head and just you think to yourself, that's total crap, I would never do that?
I think I mostly make all the ones that I think of. So none. No, once in a great while I'll have an idea for something that I won't make. Either because I am not able to get it to be funny or it just, like, pieces are missing in my brain. But I mean, I workshop a lot of crap. It's a process that I kind of have, you know, it's not anything that I don't know. What was your question?
Just how much of the stuff goes to your head, do you
I don't know, like 25%. We'll say that.
Alright.
Sam, you go ahead.
Yeah. First, it's two-part. First, when
You
you start...
only once we're gonna boil it down to one.
Okay, fine.
No, you don't have to. I'm joking.
When did you start doing Flash, and do you have any of that work available to see? Like, because some people are very brave to show their early work ever again. Are you brave enough to have that out there or no?
I think I started when I was like 10, and I often think that I'm going to compile them all into one big thing and put it online, just so people can see how shitty it was. Because a lot of people are very discouraged with how shitty their stuff is, and if they see how shitty my stuff was, maybe it will make them realize that all they have to do is keep at it. Okay? Mwah. Who's got a good one? You.
The R-5000, whenever it was sent off and then came back in the next episode, there was like a whole horde of them. Is there any story behind how there was the replication?
Nanomachines? Nanomachines.
Okay. I'll accept that.
That's a thing, right? Yeah, that's a thing. It duplicates with nanomachines and makes clones.
Okay.
We also would have accepted magic.
No.
Or science, exclamation.
Science, yes. They found a cloning machine, and that works on robots. Who's got a good one? You.
What's your high score on Wolf Puncher?
You don't get a score in Wolf Puncher? Puncher? No, I'm the one who's drunk. You just have to keep a steady pace for 9 hours. You can't go too fast or too slow. That's how you beat Wolf Puncher. Wolf Puncher. This is the worst panel I've ever done. There's nobody here. You.
Why is Pinky's cutie mark a tampon?
Because that's her special power. Yeah. She projectile squirts them.
Oh.
It's the blood of unborn babies.
Can you make or will you ever make a Wolf Puncher Flash game?
There already is one. It was made by someone else. I think you just have to go to wolfpuncher.com or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah. If you just Google search Wolf Puncher, I'm sure you'll find it.
I'll be doing all night.
I think the rules are different from the official version, which involves you keeping a steady pace for 9 hours, but it's still pretty cool. Hey, who's got a good one? Who's got a good one? No one. Show's over? Is the show over?
I've got more bad questions.
Do you want to take some bad questions? Does that count? Bad ones?
Well,
There are no bad questions.
Okay,
except
fine,
for
you.
his.
okay. Do you feel that your cup is half empty or half full?
I don't have a cup.
His bottle.
What about your bottle?
Feel it's half empty.
And
or
it's
half
at
full?
least two.
If it was empty and you filled it halfway, then it would be half empty. If it was empty and you filled it all the way and drank half, then it's half empty.
Yes, that was a half empty. The first one
What did I say?
might have been a half.
I'm just tired. I haven't slept in 5 days.
I've been there.
Chasing that purple dragon, huh?
Who's got a bad one? Who's got a bad one? You. Make it bad.
Okay, so how much of Pinky's blood got in Spice
What? Answer it. 5 babies worth. That's not even funny. It's just gross, you guys. Why are you laughing at that?
Because we're sick and screwed up.
Well, yeah. Grow up and be adults already. Yeah.
Follow up on that.
Yes.
Fully developed babies or unborn babies?
Oh, man. I'm depressed now.
Just welcome to World of sad.
Yeah, life begins at conception, man. Those poor babies. Oh, who's got a medium one?
Oh, flip the switch.
Okay.
There you go.
Who's got a medium one? Anybody? You?
Do you tabletop game?
No. What do you mean, like checkers?
Or like D&D or Pathfinder?
No. Do you play checkers?
Yeah.
Okay, we play checkers sometime. Why is that on tabletop? It's on a table.
I guess technically it is tabletop.
Okay, bye.
I suppose I've got a medium one. What do you do when you're not animating?
Sleeping?
That's a great.
No, I mean, it's all I do. That's all I do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How do you make a living?
By animating.
But how do you make money through that?
I get ad rev on YouTube, and also I come to conventions and I sell posters.
Sad.
Did you buy one? Why is that sad?
Sad, because I use ad blocker, right? So stupid.
You are making him out of
Don't do that. If you like my cartoons, it's the least you can do. You're getting them for free.
Max, I got this.
Oh, how much you pay for that?
75.
Wow, you must really like it. Not a waste of money?
Not a waste of money.
Not a little bit?
Actually, I did turn off my ad blocker for you.
Turn it off, yes.
I turned it off for you.
Everybody leave your ad blocker off. You. Forget it?
That counts.
Yeah.
That was a question.
Shit.
You forgot his question. We're going to sit here in silence till you think of it again.
Ah, yes, now I remember. Have you ever been approached by any professional animation companies to do any work?
Yes.
Are you allowed to say which ones, or
it's not. I mean, it's not an interesting answer because I always say no because I'm working on my own shit. So I can't really go off and work on some other project. I kind of have stuff to do already.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I always have stuff kind of going on in the back burner and things that are happening behind the scenes, and some of it leads somewhere and some of it doesn't. But you can always rest assured that I'm working on something and something is happening. So that was a good one. Pinky again. Take that off.
What?
Take it off. Okay, thank you.
Do you have like a specific company that you have like a dream of animating for?
No, I would like to own my own company.
Oh.
Oh.
Have you ever had an accident where your nose ring got caught in something?
Why is that funny? That would be horrible. No, but when something bumps into it, it sucks because it's very painful.
Understandable.
I would suggest not getting one. You.
In light of what I've been hearing, and this is kind of a two-part question. In light of what I've been hearing, am I going to regret going on and looking at your videos?
Are you like someone's dad or what?
He's a good guy.
I'm just hearing things about tampons and what.
Right, but if you've never even seen my cartoons, why are you here?
Inertia.
To ask so he can know.
You know, just ask your grandchildren to explain it to you.
Oh my god.
No, it's very irreverent humor. It's not for young children. It's
What's your point there?
yeah. I mean, you know, what are you gonna do?
I just wanted to ask a question.
Kids these days, right? Yeah. I think you and I are probably the same age.
No, I just couldn't think of anything else to ask. I
Yeah.
wanted to ask a question.
That was actually, there are no stupid questions.
Yeah.
Yes, there are.
I'm not gonna go on record and say there are no stupid
Duck head lips could have
questions.
There's truth.
Who's got a good one? You.
Were you seeking to bring justice for Spike in a world where he's kind of oppressed?
What? Turn that thing off! What was your dumb question?
I just feel like you were trying to give Spike sort of the reins. Because he kind of gets a lot dumped on him in the show, and then he ends up getting a little of the retribution in the cartoons.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
In a world ruled by ponies.
It's a cartoon dragon. It's purple. It says funny things. That's it.
Okay.
No, not you. You have your hand up.
So the blog was talking about the multiverses and things like that. Did you ever have any ideas about different universes?
Different universes in our universe?
No. In the whole .move series, when she was going around to the other one, This is a dumb question.
I don't know. Well, I don't. Let's not say it is just yet.
Okay.
We have to figure it out first. What the question is.
You mentioned there was the where Japalak goes into the show universe and goes from the .move universe.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else? Like.
Anything else? What? You still haven't asked me anything. I spilled my water.
I was just asking if you thought about like the other universes in there, like the ones that were destroyed.
They're other people's tumblers.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't get that part.
And knowing is half the battle.
You.
Why was Moonstuck the first Tumblr to be shown destroyed?
Because it sucks.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about it. Or maybe it sucks. I don't know. But I hate the person who makes it. I'm just kidding. I don't know who makes it. You, not you. You. Because I know that you want to say something, but not you. You. Yes.
So is it true that you were actually very sad when Sweetie Poo actually got shut down?
Yeah, I was. Because that was a good one. But there's a new one now. It's being done by somebody else. It's called Sweetie Poo 2. So look that up. You.
Since you're a fellow fan of Space Ghost Coast to Coast,
Mhm.
who is your favorite villain? Brack, Zorak, Tanzit, or Moltar?
Lokar is my favorite. The one that you didn't mention. See, I know it better than you do. I proved it with facts.
Who was your favorite interview out there?
Bjork, but I don't know if that was technically an interview because she's Space Ghost's wife.
Yeah, if they're on screen, they count.
Yeah, well then Bjork. Okay, who's got a good one? You.
On the topic of Space Ghost, what are your thoughts of the other iterations of Space Ghost, like the original cartoon and?
I don't know. I've never seen them. They're bad. You.
What were your thoughts on Frack Show?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it. It's good. I'm going to say good. Who's got a good one? Don't make me pick him. You.
What were your previous occupations before?
I've never had a job. That's not a joke. I've never been able to be hired by anyone. I am unemployable. Okay, fine, you.
Animator cats.
Alright, so actually, just going off the whole Space Ghost spiel,
Mhm.
what did you think when Moltar was casted for the original Tsunami host when that started?
I don't even know what you're talking about, man.
Moltar was one of his prisoners.
Let's all just close our eyes. Everyone heads down. Don't actually do it.
I was going to scold them for not doing it.
Okay. Who's got a good one that I actually know what they mean? You in the back, I haven't done you yet.
I was going to ask there's some animators whose work you like just to enjoy and watch.
I have a friend named Buchanan Joe. Does anybody know him?
Yes.
I like him, and I like David Firth, and I like Alan the Box, but I don't think anybody knows him but me. Does anybody know him?
Name sounds familiar.
Yeah, look up Alan the Box. He doesn't make cartoons anymore, but he used to, and they were really funny. Who's got a good one? You!
What are your tastes in music?
I don't listen to music. No,
No,
I don't know. I like the Beatles. You.
That was my question.
That was your question?
No, not really, but I forgot it again.
Oh, that's impossible. That's impossible.
I have really short-term memory.
Unacceptable.
Fuck me.
I'm sorry. Okay, now I remember. Were there any jokes that you couldn't fit into the .move series that you wanted to, but just weren't able to because of time constraints?
Yes. And there was. And I can answer that with real words. For once. There was a part in Shed.move where they open the door to her shed and they go in, and there was supposed to be like 10 seconds of you hearing them bump around because the lights are out, and during that 10 seconds, while you hear them fumbling around, in the midst of it all, you hear Pinky say, "Ouch, my hymen!" But I realized once that door opened, the room would fill with light, so it wouldn't make any sense. The room wouldn't be pitch black, so I had to cut the joke out.
Do you have any ones like that you've animated that may be released as deleted scenes?
No. Sorry.
Makes sense.
Sorry, no deleted scenes. If I animated it, it went in. Nothing gets cut out before animation. Or after animation, only before. Okay, who's got a good one? You.
Was the nobody cares reaction to Japalak returning to the .mov universe was it a choice for shock value, or was it out of laziness?
What do you mean?
Like not wanting to incorporate any of the Japalak storyline into the movies and have to explain it to people who only watch the movies.
But the only alternative to that would be shock value?
There might be others. Those are just the first two that came to mind.
I think it was because I wanted to connect it. I wanted to have the two stories intertwine, but I didn't want to do it in a way that would alienate people who only watched the cartoons and didn't read the comic. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you for the good question. You?
Have you thought about doing any Toy Story-esque animated bloopers? Like when they had a blooper and they would animate it, this was the hell of it.
No, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll do that. I'm sorry, guys. Who's got a good one?
You want to animate mistakes on purpose?
No, I don't want to do that. Who's got a good one? Anybody? You, I don't think I've done you yet.
Did you intend Spike to be kind of like the character that the audience most identifies with?
Do you identify with him?
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of the voice of reason in all of it.
Then yes, I did. The reason that Spike is a guy who smokes weed is because I saw on like forums and stuff, people were taking screenshots of him from the show where his eyes are half closed and it looked like he was high. So there's a little explanation for that. Spike is kind of just like a fictionalized version of himself. So, you.
Is that why you used your voice for him?
Yes. 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 Excellent. Anybody? Or are we done? Ooh, way in the back.
I have to say thank you because somebody showed me the first 4 episodes of My Little Pony. I'm like, it's okay. And then they sat me down and made me watch the first 3 episodes of the .mov, and I was instantly hooked on My Little Pony after that.
You're actually the reason my head of operations is Brody.
Yeah, I'm a gateway drug. So which do you think is better? Very shrewd. Okay, who's got a good one? Who's got a good one? Anyone? You? Sure.
What's your least favorite memory of being at any convention ever?
This one right now.
I was going to say, if you say us, I won't be offended.
Yeah, well, no, this has been fun. It's been a good one. You?
You say you don't have much life outside of animation.
Mm-hmm.
What's your sleep schedule like?
I think I go to bed around somewhere between midnight and 1, and I wake up somewhere between 9 and 10.
Okay.
You think that's too much sleep?
No.
It's actually surprisingly good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to sleep. I like it better than being awake. I can write music in my sleep. Can't do it while I'm awake. I don't know if that's interesting or not. Is it interesting?
It's like Freddie Mercury.
I think they call you a savant.
Oh, that's a bad thing to be. You have to be retarded for that.
Oh. Are you retarded when you're sleeping?
I might be, I wouldn't know. Say, who's got a good one? Who's got a good one? You. You're the only one who has a question.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep the panel going.
Accessories.
But
Yeah.
did you expect them to get as many views as they did?
No, and that's why I'm happy that it happened. But I didn't make these cartoons just so that they would get a lot of views. Do you think that I did?
No.
Okay, then you think the right thing. You.
What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Say that again?
What's your favorite kind of pizza?
No, that's not a good one. It's Meat Lovers. What's yours?
I like meat lovers, but I like to dip it in ranch.
That's disgusting.
I know, it is, but that's the best
Come on,
part.
I dip my pizza in ketchup.
That's just redundant. You should be euthanized.
What's wrong with pizza and ketchup?
Because it's redundant.
You.
What's your favorite color to use in your animations?
I don't know about to use in my animations, but my favorite color is orange. What's yours?
Purple.
That's the worst color. Horrible. You should be euthanized. We're going to make a list of everyone in this room that should be euthanized, and then we're going to euthanize them.
That will be a panel, actually. It's the next one after this one.
Yeah. Who's got a good one? Nobody. Everyone's afraid of being euthanized now.
Would you do some Spike improv for us?
Spike, I doing it right now. Just close your eyes and pretend a dragon is here.
Have a choice in this mouth.
Yes.
Just roll a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. Who's got a good one for
I
me?
think we've got time for about probably one or two more.
Really? We're almost done?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that now?
Time flies when you're answering stupid questions.
You, the new girl.
So since you dream a lot, what's the weirdest dream you've had?
Since I dream a lot?
Well, sleep a lot.
Since I sleep a lot.
You're not writing music.
I keep having this dream, and I wake up, and I'm on this moon, and everything's gold, and I'm in my bed, and then I get out of my bed, and I fly around, and then back in the real world, I have a robot that does the same thing I do. What?
Oh.
What?
Inception.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a good dream. That was my point.
Yes, okay, who's got a good one? Really good last one.
Do you know Casey Green?
Do I know him personally?
Yeah, do you know
I don't know him personally. I'm a fan of him.
Do you wish you knew him personally?
Maybe a little bit, if he's nice. Is he a nice guy?
He seems like it. I was in a Google Hangout with him once. He was really nice.
Yeah? You hung out on Google?
Yeah, we hung out on Google.
Is he a nice guy?
He was a nice guy.
Then I'm going to say I know him. And we're good
Okay.
friends.
All right.
Okay?
I was halfway for him to say, do you know him biblically?
Yes. I'm going to commit to saying that I do know that. Okay, who's got a good one? Who's got a good one? You.
Does your nose ring have a name?
No, that's a tiny piece of metal in my face. Who's got a good one?
I want to claim this the absolute last one. So good.
It has to be a good one, because this is it. After this, I'm going to bed.
Where you play, you can write music.
What?
You can write music.
Oh, yeah, and I'm on my moon. Who looks like they have a good one?
I saw headphones go up.
You saw headphones go up? Where?
This headphone guy's been holding his head up for a while.
Okay,
Do you
let's
have
go
a
with
good
him. Where is he? I can't even see. Okay, then you. Yes.
You did have your hand up, didn't you? Or are you just stretching?
No, I asked any questions.
Okay.
If you were to say like win the lottery and like just becomes, you're never gonna work again in your entire life, like if
My Name is Earl is the name of that show.
would you ever say like if you never had anime to make money again, would that ever just never cross your mind? Like, oh, of course I'm gonna anime because I love it.
Yeah. That would be great, because then I wouldn't have to worry about money anymore. So I would do nothing but anime, which is what I do now. So I guess I already did win the lottery? Sort of? Yeah. I'm the richest man in the world because I have friends. I'm rich in friendship. The end.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for your questions. Stay tuned for the OLP 3000, the movie. It's going to be good. And there will be swears. So, well, you already know everybody here is 18 plus. So,
Thank you very much, good sir.